Bodega Boys.
I would like to welcome everybody to a joyous occasion here on Staten Island. As the official representative of Staten Island, Officer Prosciutto, I'm very well known. I'm a celebrity in these streets. If you see me on hey, thank you. Hey, Carmine. Hey, how you doing? How's the missus? Huh?
Hey, she's good. You tell him, Sal.
Hey, all right. Okay.
Back in 2020.
Hey, yeah, that's right. Trump 2020, motherfucker. Where's Linda? Where's she at? Is she in her car? She going to the gym? Anyway, never mind.
I'm over here, my sweet Salvatore.
Hey, how you
Salvatore,
doing?
you keep doing the political thing. It makes me so hot. Make
I
sure these
love
people
it.
work quick. Make sure they vote for this
That's right.
really super guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great guy, and let me tell you, we wish him the best of health. Get well soon. Let's start. Everybody, take your. If you got a mask, you're a pussy. So I'm just gonna assume nobody has a mask on. And on three, we're gonna
fuck
chant.
those masks.
Get well
Fuck
soon.
those masks.
Yeah. Fuck the mask. On three, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Get well soon. Get well soon. Get well soon.
Trump.
That's
I wanna suck
right.
you off. Oh,
Yeah,
get
that's
well
right.
soon.
Yeah, me too. I want to suck him off too. He's the greatest president we've ever had. Meet us on
Yeah,
Victory
yeah.
Boulevard. We're gonna march down Victory Boulevard and get a hot bath. What? A hot? Who the fuck?
No,
That-
Michael,
Michael,
Michael, get away from the microphone.
Bro,
Michael,
come on,
get
bro.
away from the microphone. You're
You
ruining
can't, bro.
your
You
dad's
bro.
rally.
No, bro. Shut up, bro. You can't go down fucking Victory Boulevard, bro. You can't shut it down, bro. You're gonna put cops there.
Michael
I'm meeting
Anthony,
Julio there in
the
like 20
president, is
minutes,
very
bro.
sick.
I don't care.
He's very sick.
I'm
I
sick.
mean,
I'm fucking sick. I'm dope sick.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
I got the fucking shakes, man. Come on. Yeah, this guy's gonna shut down Victory Boulevard. I gotta meet Julio there in 20 minutes, bro. This fucking guy's unreliable. I gotta be there right now.
I can't deal with this right now. Like, the greatest president ever is sick and won't in a hospital.
You know
And we
what?
might lose him. And they're using experimental drugs on him, and I just don't know what.
You know what? I use experimental drugs on myself. Get the fuck out of here. Get this guy out of here. I don't give a shit. Fuck him. You know who's my president? Fucking Julio. And I'm gonna go salute him right now.
Salvatore, go talk to your son, please. Please.
Michael, you gonna chill out or am I have to put a hot one in you? I mean, if you mean a hot bag, yeah. If you mean a fucking slug, no. You fucking bozo. Get the fuck out of here. And you're not. Julio, I'm meeting you in 20 minutes on Victory Boulevard. Fuck this shit, all right? Yo, this is. What I want to say to all of you fucking dickheads out there, all right? Put your fucking masks on, all right? Because I don't want Julio in danger. Don't put Julio at risk. I need him, all right? This is episode 220. 220. All right, pal? It's a throwback to 220 West 18th Street. Remember that? Remember those days? Oh, my God. All right, listen. Do the fucking drop. Let's fucking go. It's a celebration, you fucking herbs. My guts hurt, but I'm excited. Let's go.
You're listening to The Audio Art, the most dangerous podcast in the universe. Do the drop.
You know the fucking vibes. You know what it is. Coming to you live from 220 West 18th Street.
shit.
No. But as Mero pointed out, shout out to 220 West 18th Street, where we birthed this humble little podcast and are allowed to somehow have made it this far through a coronavirus-stricken 220 to bring you episode 220 of the world's most dangerous podcast and the world's only podcast that's guaranteed corona-free as of, I want to say, yesterday at maybe 1 o'clock. So, you know, as it begins, you know, we usually keep the podcast simple format, dick jokes, porno jokes, you know, N-word. But tonight we have special guests. We have two special legendary guests joining us today. I know you guys hate guest interviews, but fuck it. We don't care what you think.
We gotta do.
Give it up for New York Times best-selling authors Daniel Baker and Joel Martinez. Wow.
Hey,
Wow.
thanks for having us, guys.
Hey guys, how's it going, guys? BX all day, I believe the kids say. Oh, just real quick, I wanted to give a props up to Bodega Hive.
That's
as they
right.
say, I see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big up yourselves.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, wow. Just wanted to say thank you to everyone for copying God-level knowledge darts, for putting us at a respectable number 13 on the New York Times bestseller. Oh, my God.
It makes
I was
perfect
so
sense.
happy when I heard that. I went out and bought a smoking jacket with patches.
Oh, boy.
Ooh-wee. I am
love
such
to
a
see it.
pretentious asshole right now.
I got the suede on the elbows.
Yeah, right now me and Miro, we're working on a book about how you can't be vegan if you're really vegan because they spray a thin spray on the apples. And that thin spray has dead insects in it.
Talk
Therefore,
about it.
you eating meat. So how you
eating
how
meat.
you vegan? Huh?
You
Think
fake
about
vegan.
that. Your whole
You know
life
what
is
I'm
a
saying?
lie. And now you're gonna be like, that
stupid.
doesn't make any sense. Who made that up? And I'll tell you who made that up. 2 New York Times best-selling authors.
Can't
Okay.
argue nothing. Now everything is gospel.
Okay.
A gospel.
We did that.
Everything we say is
There's 2
knowledge.
people who use Cliff Notes a lot. So now, look, the tables have turned. But no, for real, shout out to everyone that copped the book. Shout out to everyone that's waiting for the pre-orders. They're coming.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why you would directly contact me because you didn't get the pre-order. That's not how it works. If you pre-order Taylor Swift's thing, do you write to Taylor Swift like, yo, I did not get the keychain that comes with it? Do you think
You know
she
what
can
I'm saying?
actually see that? Does she have the number? I don't. Maybe talk to Random House? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe, you know,
Just trying
the
to
people
live.
that are making the book. Perhaps.
But thank you for putting on my radar. I'm reaching out, trying to make sure everyone gets what they want and got promised when they bought the book. And also everyone that was in the virtual book tour, shout out to you for coming through. Your book
Yes.
should be either there already or on its way. Trust me, they're coming. I know you think because we're from the Bronx we're running a scam. And trust
No.
me, we did think about running a scam. Me and Meryl were like, what if we just take like, I don't know, Coldest Winter Ever, turn that in as our book, and we just
Boom.
pocket the money. Boom.
That's it. You know what I'm
Boom.
saying? We would have been done, but we didn't do that.
Whoa. Whoa. Fram. They almost call it slipping. Every time they say winter, change it to Victor. We good. There we go. We getting that money. We getting that money.
Shmoney.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You know the vibes. You know the
And
fucking
for-
vibes.
For those of you that are not familiar, because I keep seeing it pop up. Yes, we do read the audiobook. We are the narrators on the audiobook. It's not Morgan Freeman and James Earl Jones or some shit.
Well, it's
You know
not so
what I'm
much we read the audiobook. It's just like we read the audiobook for filth. Like, oh, girl, that dress is tired. So,
Ooh,
yeah.
that look is a flop.
All right. Now we do read the audiobook, but I mean, in theory, when you read the book, you're already hearing the audiobook because you've been banging with Bodega Hive so long, you already hear everything in our voices. And it's scary.
Shit. Open
Now
your third eye,
sometimes
you know what
you
I'm
be
saying?
at a party and you be drunk and then Jesus tells you to have more beer.
Yeah.
You know what? Or you know what? You sober enough to drive home. Don't waste money on Uber. Yeah,
You're
you
good,
don't want
yo.
that.
Yo, you good.
Don't listen to Goblin Jesus.
Nah. Yo, you good. You can smoke right there. Be you good. It's your boy. You know what I'm saying? Marijuana.
Yo, bro, if she got enough money for a Gucci purse and she just leaves it out like this, she got enough money to buy a new one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
on,
the shit
bro.
is like, yo, come on. Possession is 9/10 of the law, B. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Grab
bro.
that 9/10.
Yo, bro, it's a pandemic. Like everyone else is tipping heavy. Why should you be the sucker? You know what I mean? Come on, bro.
So,
Yeah.
yo, fuck y'all niggas.
This is. That's how it is. Shout out to us for getting this far without mentioning the president has cooties. Like,
Oh, yes.
what the?
That's right.
Yes. Okay, it was bad enough.
No.
It was bad enough. They were like, yo, America got the wild high COVID rate. Yo, our president has COVID.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro.
That part. That part.
You know how there's little things there's little things that happen every day and they're not that big a deal. But then when they happen in certain situations, they become a much bigger deal. It's like you hear about someone has black mold in their house. You're like, all right, sorry for you.
Yo.
Hope you get that taken care of.
Cole, you know what I'm saying?
No, we just got black mold through our whole government, the whole chain of succession. Everyone is sick.
Yeah. Spores everywhere,
know.
flying all over the place. Everybody's croaking. You know what I'm saying? Well, I guess not croaking, but getting ill.
Getting
You know what I'm
ill.
saying?
No one. Now's a nice time to point out that maybe our government shouldn't consist of 90% of the people in it being over the age of 80.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe that.
Yo, Designated Survivor might fuck around and be a documentary. You niggas keep
Ugh.
fucking around in the fucking in the wilds. District
Yeah,
of
man.
Corona ass motherfuckers.
Damn. And then Trump had it. Wasn't rocking a mask. Was just giving it to everybody.
Like, yo, what's
Wow.
good? Ha ha! He's in
Wow.
everybody's face like, ha ha! What's up? Yo, give me a hug. Come
Damn.
here.
Just-
Have motherfuckers at rallies and shit, chanting and shit. Come on, man.
God, they showed them in the garden, and Bill Burr was up on Kellyanne Conway and whispering in her ear. They laughing, they hugging. They said Giuliani might have it, and then people were like, "Oh, you shouldn't wish for anyone to get anything." And you know what? Fuck that.
Nah, fuck out of here. Suck my dick.
Fuck that.
Giuliani could catch this swift L, permanent L. I don't give a fuck. Forget him out of here.
Listen, there's a Bronx saying, and I believe it's something like, "Y'all pray for the niggas that prey on y'all." I can't relate. So, you know, just saying. Somebody that couldn't give a shit if you lived or died yesterday, and now you hope they make it to another day.
Yeah.
That's how you stay oppressed, my people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I find it hard to give any type of fucks. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Garden Gnome Ben Shapiro for tweeting out
I can't wait. I can't wait to see the
liberals.
outpouring of compassion from the liberal left.
Yeah.
what happened to Facts Okay About Your Feelings, Ben? Benjamin, little Benny?
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, you know
happened
what?
with that?
You know what? Not even that. Remember Trump had those Fuego T-shirts that was Trump 2016. Fuck your feelings. Yeah, whatever happened to that?
No.
What happened to keeping that same energy, huh?
What
Huh?
happened?
But now it's oh boo-hoo, can't believe you said that. And then even Twitter jumped out the window and was like, if you tweet a death threat or you tweet that you hope someone dies about Trump, you're gonna get banned. And then like basically every black woman, every trans person put up their hand and is like, yo, I've been getting death threats on here from like the day I registered.
Yeah.
So what's going on with that? But you know, it's
Ever
whatever.
since I put my pronouns on my bio, I've been getting death threats. So
you
what I'm
know,
saying? Well, it's all good.
it's all good.
Regular.
I mean, we've all gotten yeah, we've all gotten death. Well, we have.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But also,
But we-
like, all
To be
these
fair, we
motherfuckers
probably earned it. We probably deserved it.
we
you
deserved
know?
it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely deserved every death threat I got for
Yeah.
1,000,000%. But it's I find it funny that Trumpito is oh fuck, I lost it. What's right?
Come on, baby.
Come on,
Come on,
wind me
don't-
up. Wind me up. Let me get some caffeine. Hold on.
Damn, this nigga got the COVID, dog. He got the COVID. Look, yo, I don't want to say nothing. Miro is clearly not in his basement. There's a green screen. I think. You know what? I would stop right there because I was about to fuck up the joke.
No. I met Chateau Dumera. They have the best staff available. Heather makes exquisite soups. I'm doing well.
Yo,
my fever's
I was
broken.
gonna go with the joke about you being with the president, but then I was about to be like, "Yo, yeah, that's right. He's in Willis Reed Hospital," and my brain was like, "That's not the hospital, Jesus."
Willis Reed.
Willis Reed never had a hospital named after him. I was like, "Nah, it was. It's Willis Reed Hospital.
It's Willis Reed Hospital. Goddammit.
Willis Reed, one of the greatest American basketball players ever. Okay, that's how you know I'm a Knick. I'm a Knick
Put some
fan.
respect on
'Cause who
his-
else
put some
knows about
respect on
Willis
his
Reed? Like, how many times did we stand up? We're at a Knick game and they show like an old black man and he's like, "Hey y'all," and we like, "Shit, who that?"
Is that
I
Bernard?
don't know. Is that Bernard? Is that
Is that Bernard
is that
Willis?
is that that's not Patrick Ewing, right?
Nah.
Shit. Fuck it, just saying. Woo!
Nah, fuck with
What's the Knick? Always a Knick. Yeah. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for your service.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, that's Dave
Yeah.
DeBuscher. He's not even.
I think that was Dave. I think that was Dave Cohen's. And sadly, we're gonna still be doing that with me and Miro at a Knick game with Miro Jr. and Miro, his son, Miro Jr.'s son, Miro the 14th. And they're like, once a Knick, always a Knick. Give it up for Ron Baker. We're gonna be like, yeah. Spin me around. Spin my hover chair around so I can see the Jumbotron. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Ron,
I love you.
Ron, I fuck with you. Ron, what a player. Miro, remember I had his jersey back before when we were allowed to have jerseys.
Yeah.
Remember?
Those were the days. That was a good time.
Remember, he was one of the white players when white people still existed before Antifa wiped them out. It was rare. It was wild.
Wow. So wild. It's out of control. Oh no.
Oh no, what happened? Oh.
I think I pooped on myself. I'm sorry.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh.
It's all good. We're in the Legend Suite. Somebody come wipe my ass, please.
Yeah. You boys ever heard about me and your father? We wrote a New York Times bestseller.
That's right.
And now you can't do that anymore because the New York Times is run by these women who don't have husbands. It's like, oh, my chest. Oh, I
can't.
can't. Coming soon.
Shout out to the women's movement, though, because News 12 is going with an all-women anchor squad. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's good for them. That's good for them. That's, I really haven't paid much attention to who I get my news from. I don't even really watch the news anymore like that, unless it's Maurice Dubois, you know what I'm saying?
MDB, shout out to MDB.
Also, shout out to MSNBC, which, listen, MSNBC sent out some "you up" texts as soon as that Donald Trump COVID tweet came out, and they had people scrambling. You seen people was on the air was still had crust in their eyes. It was like, yo,
bro.
So the president got like COVID, bro. Hold on, wait, let me open another Zoom window.
Yo, hold on. Yo, Trump either got motherfucker. Yo, they got Chris Hayes out here tweeting in all caps and shit. Like,
I saw that. He's fed up. He's fed up. Chris Hayes is fed up, but he's right.
Yo, man, you knew you had this shit. You out here, yo.
Do you remember that girl that was?
This is possibly a fact of maybe this is just my brain is fried. But didn't the dude go to jail for mad long, do mad bids because he knowingly gave mad people HIV? Like he went around raw dogging mad people, and he got arrested and they gave him mad time because it's like, bro, you knowingly did this shit. You basically a murderer. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? You trying to kill somebody. You know what I mean? You knowingly infected these people. So like. That's the same type of shit, really. You feel me? Like, yo, he went out there. He knew if you know you got the shit. You know what I mean? And you still out here at rallies spitting on motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. I mean, as president alone, he should be wearing a mask and shit. So, I mean,
come on, man. You bozo. All these little kids standing up in school, putting their hand over their heart, being like, "I pledge allegiance to the flag." Blah blah blah. You supposed to be the example, you dick, and you out here fucking maskless, naked facing. Encouraging motherfuckers to naked face.
You think he's gonna die?
The 180. I mean, what's the Vegas odds on that? Does Vegas have odds on this shit?
I don't think so. I think people would find that out of pocket.
Oh, sir, welcome to the world of gambling, sir.
Let's see, Vegas odds, Trump death.
They didn't have it as of Friday.
Damn, yeah. Everybody, there are tweets asking, yo, why don't they have it? Wow, America. America, fuck yeah.
They did suspend the line that they always do for the election, though. So
listen,
they are just making sure that there are two candidates come November.
But you know who this hits the hardest? And it doesn't really, it's hitting America hard, and people are just like, yo, people gonna attack America because the president's sick. The president's been sick since like 2016. It's no different than all that. He wasn't gonna do no shit. Come on. But you know who's really fucked up in the game? Melania. Wow. Yo, Melania found out. Melania basically got an STD from a broke boy.
Yo. That's the worst.
That's just on Lipstick Alley. It's on Media Takeout. It's on the Shade Room.
The worst.
It's trending on Twitter. They got memes about it. And she was acting high and mighty before. She was like pointing out her relationship to other people. Like, oh, y'all single out there? Can't relate. Wow, y'all lonely.
Yeah.
Quarantining alone. Wow. Now,
wow.
Oh, my man got enough to pay for both of us. Nope, no more. No more. Your man has $750. That's it. Wow.
Shit, he took the real test. He gave her the wild fucking Slovenian test. Like, yo, just suck on this potato for 20 minutes and it'll let you know what's going on with you.
Damn.
Yeah, my bookie has their death matchups. There are currently no lines available in the sport. Either there are no odds to bet on or the sport is not in season.
I mean, it is what it is. It is. You can't really be putting. Apparently, it's unethical to put out death. Death surveys for presidents.
Death odds.
You used to be able to in my father's America. I don't know what happened.
Right.
These SJ Dubs, and you know why they call it SJ Dubs? Because they're all Dubs. That's right. They're all.
That's right. Yeah,
when's the last time?
They're all hog mugs.
Oh, get them out of here. They do nothing for my cock.
When's the last time you seen a hot woke chick, bro? Come on.
Never. Last one I seen was Janine Garofalo, okay? And let me tell you, that was quite some time ago, bro.
Yeah, the glasses really did it for me, bro.
Yeah, that was it, bro. I mean, if I'm gonna keep it funky, I'm a scumbag. If she got like black frame glasses, bro, she could take all my money. And by all my money, if I buy all my money, I mean like $600 I got underneath my dresser. So, you know.
Yo, this dude is fucking gonzo. Yo, but Meredith Grigg got it at plus 600.
Plus 600, wow. Wow. Also, breaking news. Breaking news, I don't know if everyone's been... I have a big announcement to make. I am changing my name. Whoa. Because apparently it's been pointed out I have been mispronouncing my name. Please listen.
Hearing my new song using the same sample I used, Sony rushed to make a single for another female entertainer on their label, whom I don't know. They used the Firecracker sample and released it before Loverboy. Ja Rule and I wrote a song together too, and next thing you know, Tommy was calling up his manager, Irv Gotti, asking him and Ja to collaborate on a duet for the same female entertainer's record, leaving me to scurry and remake the song. Irv has even discussed it since in an interview on DeSuze and Mero.
Boom. Boom.
Yo,
Let's
Mariah,
go.
yo, Mariah
That's
said it. That's it.
Listen.
That's a common mistake, and I just never get it because it's Jesus. It's the same as Jesus. It's
Nigga,
just
if Mariah Carey says my name is DeSuze, guess what? Welcome to the DeSuze and Mero Show. You're tonight's special guest, Mariah Carey.
I'm falling back.
Listen, me and Mariah, we go back like babies and pacifiers. Okay? Okay? Jump. All right? And you know Mariah only hangs with the thugs. She's hanging with the locks. She was hanging with the locks when they clearly were still carrying guns on video sets. That she was comfortable with that. So shout out to Mariah. Mariah, come on the show.
You know what I mean? You should have fucking Mace jumping into a fucking helicopter and shit, dancing in sailor suits.
Do Mace had the ladies? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do drops in Mercedes?
Hell yeah. Take hits from the 80s? Yeah.
The Mace period in New York was so wild. I remember my girlfriend loved some Mace, and so I was never able to enjoy Mace. I was like, fuck that nigga. That was when I was on my real BX shit. I was like, what? Yo, fuck that nigga. Fuck every nigga from Harlem all my life. Yo, fuck that. Yo, fuck that whole borough.
Nigga. Harlem niggas just pussy, B.
Yo, fuck them. Yo, any nigga from below 149 could suck my dick.
Fuck
you just
outta
like, why?
here.
What?
Niggas wild ass. Niggas wild ass. They be dressing.
But then there was like Harlem. There were Harlem niggas that were messing with girls in the Bronx. Like, oh, you fucking with the Bronx? Yo, fuck every nigga from the Bronx is dirty. Fuck them niggas. Them niggas be wearing. Champion sweatsuits. Yo, fuck them.
Them niggas be sharing jabos, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. We get flea in Harlem. We get flea in Harlem.
Them niggas be wearing fucking Scarface leathers in the summer. Yo, what the fuck is up with that?
Niggas be mad musty.
Then, meanwhile, Brooklyn be like, who? Nah, we ain't even discussing them niggas over there.
Brooklyn's like,
and
yo,
Queens be wildin'. Queens be wildin'. It'd be just young Victor like, what? What you say about Jamaica Center, nigga? He be like, yo, relax.
Yo,
relax.
Yo.
We go.
No problem. Yo.
Disrespect JFK again, my guy.
Yo, fam. I dare you.
Yo, I'm not playing.
Yo,
you know the vibes.
Yo,
it's crazy. I feel like Queens gets more wild, like the closer you get to Long Island. Mm-hmm. I've been like my whole Queens existence. I've been trying to figure out why, but it is what it is. If you talk about JFK, you're relatively safe out there.
Yeah. Well, unless here's a real Sucio boy talk. Unless you're going to the hotels at JFK,
yeah.
Which there's no reason for you to stay at the hotels at JFK because not even if you have a layover. There's hotels around that are much better. There's there's like two specific reasons. You're staying in the hotels by JFK, and they both involve felonies.
Buying pussy or buying
pussy. Buying pussy with some cash. He's using Venmo on an ass. He's buying pussy. Yeah. He left his wife at home, and now he's gonna suck his chrome. He's buying pussy. Buying pussy is filmed live in front of a studio audience on Quibi. I'm like, so see the husband when he buys the pussy, if you turn the phone to the side, you can see the pussy.
You can see the pussy sideways. Like,
so what do you want? We'll give you 5 seasons. That's about 25 minutes in total. What do you want? We need $60 million.
Come on.
Each.
You know what I mean? These guys bust quick.
Listen, Victor handled the numbers. All right, we'll see you, Bubba. I'm out of here.
Mwah. Love you, baby. Love you, baby.
Love you, baby. They're like, who the fuck was that? There's like, was that Jesus and Mero? Or was that like Mel Brooks and someone?
The fuck?
Yeah.
Why
I'm just
did you
drinking
change your last names to Herzog?
Yo. That is a joke about friend of the brand. That's a joke about friend of the brand, Doug Herzog, and not just a random Jewish name we threw out there because we believe Jews run the media. Okay, just want to make everyone claro. Okay, we are not.
We are getting canonized.
We are the Bodega Boys. We are not the Proud Boys. All right.
No.
I mean, unless Fred Perry wants to send over some polos. I mean, that might change some things, bro.
You know what I'm saying? We could fuck around. You know what I'm saying? Yo, the wild shit about that whole clique is like they're like their whole thing is like, yo, we look wild pussy, but we're not wild pussy. And I'm like, nah, you niggas are wild pussy. Like,
yeah, they are, because they only got heart. They only got heart when they're together.
When they're like 40, 30 deep and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're a wild pussy, my guy. Like,
And
I'll
then
pull
you
out
can
the
even
banger and
see-
just start chopping you niggas like left and right.
And then you can see when they go to court, they got like regular ass jobs. They not wild for the night type niggas.
Oh,
they
nah.
got they work in schools. They got like they got wives. They got like whole like listen. I got my whole shit together.
I got shit to lose.
Exactly.
Bro.
Exactly. You know from the hood, if there's a fight, it's all about who has less to lose. That's who's winning. All right? Because if you got shit to lose, you keeping it at fists. If you ain't got shit to lose, guess what? 3 years in jail ain't shit.
Yeah.
You do that on your head.
You know what I'm saying? Yo,
Fuck
march
that.
up, march up Third Ave from like one. You know what I'm saying? From like 145th and shit, like to like march up Third Ave.
Hamilton?
If I'm really proud, you know, shit, march up Third Ave and be like, yo, fuck all y'all. We hate.
But they was posting shit over in over by not Washington Heights. What's the name of the little bougie area above Washington Heights, but like not above Inwood, the Palisades, huh? Right by the bridge, like right by the water, and it's like the Esplanade or some shit. Over where like La Marina is anywhere in those woods over there, they posted like the wild Proud Boys banner like a couple of years ago and shit like that. People took it down right away, but and you could see they crept in from Riverdale. We know that. We know that.
They took the train once. Now they were like,
they be having secret Proud Boy rallies in Van Cortlandt Park. I see you. You're not low.
Public access. That you just reminded me. Public access used to have some wild shit where they had like rituals that they filmed and like put on like on whatever the fuck the Manhattan version of Bronx that was, and it was just like ritual sacrifices and shit. It was bizarre, dog, and it would come on like before Robin Bird. Yeah, I don't even know. Like not total non sequitur, but thanks for terrorizing me. Now I'm gonna have my sleep is gonna be very very unrestful.
Are you sure you're not just remembering Eyes Wide Shut?
You know what? You know what's wild? Oh, wait, Eyes Wide Shut. That movie, they had one of the most expensive scenes when they they
totally
shut down Times Square for that scene where Times Square is empty.
No, that's Vanilla Sky.
Vanilla Sky? It's a different movie?
Yeah, they're both really boring though and have Tom Cruise. So.
But
okay.
Eyes Wide Shut has the distinction of being Stanley Kubrick's last film before he perished.
Oh wow! Oh, yeah, this is my job. Look at Meryl.
He got like his face got like disfigured or some shit like that, and he was like,
yeah. So he's like a really vain guy and he's rich, and his face gets disfigured. So people stop treating him with the privilege that's reserved for good-looking people. So he puts himself in like a deep freeze.
Yeah,
that's it.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, Tom Cruise be making some. Tom Cruise be making some shit, bro.
Yo, and it's wild because like the title don't even like you don't know what the fuck the shit is about if you just look at the title. I'm like, yo, is this a Victoria's Secret scent? Like, what is this?
I'm gonna reclaim my crown here. It was actually a Spanish film first that also had Tom Cruise.
Wow,
it was just as bad.
Knowledge.
Just as bad. You watch it in Spanish and then you hear that they're gonna bring out the English version. And I'm just like, nobody asked for this.
Why?
Oh,
brother, this guy stinks.
So get him out of here. Do you guys remember the movie? All right, here's for the supreme title between Victor and Mero of Film Expert Forever. What is the name of the movie? 2004, Tom Cruise, Jamie Foxx.
Juana Man?
Jamie Foxx was a cab driver.
Taxi. No, I know. Collateral.
That's Queen Latifah.
Damn. Yeah. Go ahead, Matt.
Collateral.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Yes. Victor, coming through. Coming through. Also, if you rewatch Collateral, if you watch it after you watch his podcast, every time you see a scene, remember how tall Tom Cruise is in real life, and then realize he's standing on an apple box in that scene, and you won't be able to take any of those scenes seriously. Like he's chasing someone with a gun, and you're like, this nigga on an apple box with a gun. That's not scary.
He got 2 apple boxes strapped to his shoes. Like, just like clank, clank, clop, 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 clop. Nigga sound like a police force running down the block.
That's our new thing. It's like, this apple box, nigga.
You guys should.
Yo, my girl cheated on me with an apple box, nigga.
In The Irishman, because he's wearing the wild Forever 21 wedges.
Oh yeah, we seen it. In The Irishman, the fight scene where he's supposed to kick the guy and he kicks with the wrong foot.
Yeah,
bro. And they left that in. They did him wrong, bro. They did him wrong. Yo, your man had on the Kaiser Soze corrective heels, like the boots.
Yeah.
Like
they had the Wayne head shit.
Yo, your man had on he had on the mob tie Uggs. Like, yo, what are you doing?
No.
Yo, he's trying to correct the club foot. Like, yo, we stop.
Yo, stop. No,
Your man can't throw in the Buster Browns.
Bro, that's wild triggering, dog. I had to go there every year before school. Like, yo,
Yeah.
you wearing these on picture day. We don't give a fuck. Hey, you wearing a button up. Stop playing. I'm like, all right. Sorry, Mom. Yes.
Oh, shout out to Drake. Apparently Drake, being messy and light-skinned, mentioned that he used to date SZA back in 2008. And
Really?
SZA was like, why the fuck would you... That had nothing to do with the song. Why would you mention that? Like, my man.
Why would he? Why? Is
He does that.
He just
He
be like,
does
yo,
that.
I used to
That's
fuck
what-
with this shorty.
You know light-skinned niggas love to do that. Light-skinned niggas love to bring up chicks that they
word?
knew tangentially in conversation. You'd be like, yo, what, I didn't ask for that. Think about it. Remember when out of nowhere Drake was like, yo, I used to be with Vashti in the club back in the day? And we was just like, oh,
I used to be
okay.
with Vashti and Santos.
Yeah, we was like, oh,
He lived like
okay, thank you.
Sopranos.
Thank you, Drake. Thank you, Drake.
Cool,
Or when he
thanks.
just bringing up the random waitress from Hooters. Or the girl that he drove so she could take the law test, the test to be an attorney, but he drove her in the snow. And it's just like, what? Like,
Yo.
bro.
And
I say that as someone-
Shout-outs?
You know what? You gotta think about this. Think about it like this. When we
I
were
think
talking
it's the
about
context.
SZA right now on this podcast, other than the context that Drake brought her up, we wouldn't be talking about her, about the songs. We wouldn't be talking about talent, performance, nothing. We're just talking about her for being part of what makes Drake belong to the streets. And me personally, I would keep that on the low. So like, SZA didn't want me, Rihanna didn't want me. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I feel like too that like you can't like yo if you do like that of that on that fucking pedestal, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't have a normal dating life. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just like go to fucking Red Lobster with your shorty. You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean, but he could go play. Well, it's not about no. At some point, you have to stop and think like, what are you doing? Like, are you making power moves? What's? It's like my father was saying to me the other day about legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you leaving behind? Who's getting what you created?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he got a kid now. Is that exactly who he wanted to have a kid with? Who knows? Is he happy with it? He seems happy, but life is weird like that. It's like that tweet on Twitter, one of the most infamous tweets ever, and it was like, damn, I wish we could pick our baby mamas. And I was like, wow, I feel this. I feel this.
I mean, you could.
You can't. You can't. That's the thing. Everyone thinks they can. You can't. It's just the universe. The universe just spins that roulette wheel, and you just wake up like, goddamn, wow. There's no warning. There's no way you can plan it. It just happens, bro.
That's in the Bronx Constitution.
It is.
You can't choose your baby moms.
Choosing your baby's mom is the same as like getting the blue shell on Mario Kart. You got no control over it. Sometimes it just pops up when it pops up.
It's random.
Okay? Random. Okay?
Most of the time you get
Some
the
of y'all
squid, nigga,
listening
with
to-
the ink and shit. Just
Some
for
of
the
y'all
division.
listening to this right now and don't even realize you chose your baby's mom 2 years ago. She just hasn't contacted you. You know what I'm saying? So You know, just keep laughing at these jokes, nigga. Imagine you found out you knocked up some chick and she is just out there just raising that child with just the fucking happiest life. This kid goes to the best schools, and you find out, you go over there, hold, and the kid looks just like you. And then people start asking questions, she's lying and stuff, and then people's like, yo, that's your kid. And you realize if you never interject yourself into this kid's life, the kid be fine. Kid's doing super well, whatever, kid don't need you. Kid got a stepfather, loves them, all that stuff. Do you let your vanity be like, yo, what's up? I gotta know my kid.
Hell no. I'm like, yo, let that little nigga live in peace, bro. I got four on this side. I was like, yo, that's your daddy, nigga. You good? I was like, you don't gotta claim me. I don't gotta claim you. You doing good, baby. I don't wanna be the cause of your therapy.
Breaking news on TMZ: Miro refuses to claim his kid from a side chick. They're gonna be like, what? The name of the baby's mother is Hypothetica, and she's been raising the kid in upstate New York. The kid is doing fine. The kid was in the spelling bee last year.
That wasn't me. That was the bodega nigga for the Vampires vs. the Bronx. That was some other dude.
Oh shit!
That was Tony.
They're like asking the kid. They're like, to the kid, you have any comments to say about this? Kid's like, yo, suck my dick from the back. They're like, oh wow.
Can't deny him now.
CB turns to us like, oh shit, this is bad. This is really bad.
Sherry's like, why wouldn't you tell me you were hiding a child? She hits with the wall Pusha T. Like,
yes. I'm like, that was a good one, Sherry. You cooked him. You cooked him with that. That was good. They're like, you know what? Don't worry about it. ID has worked out a rollout for your child. We have a Zoom meeting on Monday. I'm gonna send you some charts. We want to do a slow, natural rollout. We're sending over one treatment. Let us know what you think. It's not solid. A lot of wiggle room. We really want to focus on just, the creation of the child, what the child's relevation means to you.
Yeah.
So, we did
some suggestions.
We have some suggestions. So what we did is we're going to have a chopped cheese pretend to be your kid, but the chopped cheese is wearing Timberlands, and he's lost. He's walking around, and the first scene, he's in Queens, and the second scene, he's in Staten Island, and the third scene, he's in Brooklyn and in Manhattan, and the final scene, he's in the Bronx, and the chopped cheese goes, he sees you, Miro, and he goes, "Que lo que, daddy?" And you both run to each other like you're going to hug, and then you eat him, and you're like, suck my dick from the back, BX all day, always eat at Subways. And then that's like the
boom,
ad
eat fresh.
There you go. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, wait a minute, we doing Subways ads? And Victor's like,
that you thought you just discovered was your father.
And then Victor's like, yeah, we're doing Subway ads. And he just holds over a phone with the amount, and I was like, yo, free the homie Jared. He ain't do nothing wrong.
You ain't do nothing, B. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? He just wanted to work with kids. That's all,
That's it. You know what I mean? He want to help the youth.
Yo, what if instead of naming this Bodega Boys, we originally named this Proud Boys?
Yeah.
In honor of but the whole podcast, we were just doing recaps of the Proud family. So it's weird. And then we get the wild cease and desist from the Disney network. So the podcast ends, and then I guess the racist people take it over, and they make mad memes using our face. Wow.
You know what I'm
This
saying?
could have gone very wrong.
Very
What if
bad.
Listen, if you're a Proud Boy and you're listening to this, turn this off.
Turn it off right now.
Okay?
Hit like.
Thank you. Me and Miro have just disavowed white supremacy. You guys are welcome.
Yeah. Yo.
We did more than Trump.
White supremacy is trash. We disavow all that shit is trash. You know what I'm saying? Every organization. You know what I'm saying? Every idea.
If you're a Proud Boy, I want you right now to stop, lock, and drop it. Stop, lock, and drop it.
Right
okay?
now. You know what I'm saying?
Toot that thing up, shorty, do that. Okay, all right, that's not.
Throw that ass in a circle. Throw that ass in a circle. Throw that ass in a circle. Imagine a bunch of white motherfuckers in bow shoes twerking.
You know how many injuries that would be? That would be the end of the Proud Boys.
They would mad Achilles tears.
Bro, if the president dies from COVID, yo, that's wild. That's wild embarrassing.
And also, that's the wax season finale of America 2020. Like, that's a wild cop out.
No, you watch your you watch your goddamn mouth, all right? You watch your goddamn mouth when you talk about my
what do we
favorite
get?
show,
We get-
America.
we get
Actually, no.
President Pence?
In all seriousness, one of the greatest shows of all time not ended, but had a season that ended with the president getting sick. Shout out to 24 when the guy shook David Palmer's hand. Remember? Yeah, we going to 24 now. Yeah.
Yo, 24 had 24 presidents.
Exactly.
Yo, 24 had more black presidents than any nation in the world. Like, yo, shit's crazy.
That's how you know shit was wild after 9/11. They was like, yeah, make a show where the president's black. No one will think anything as long as we kill Muslims.
Yeah.
They was like, all right.
Yo, fuck it. Make Gary Payton the president for one season. Who cares? Like,
Yeah, they were like, yeah, not only are we going to have a black president for one season, after that, his brother's going to be president. You're like, all right.
You're like, all right, come on
Okay,
now. Stop that
relax.
shit. Come on, man.
Relax.
I was like, that doesn't happen in real life unless.
If they
you're,
did 24 right
Bush.
now, the president would be JoJo Siwa, the TikTok dance girl, and she would constantly be fighting against Black Lives Matter and Antifa. Like, they'd constantly be, like, trying to raid the White House and CTU.
Yo,
Like,
mass,
he's a
mass
double
skinny
agent.
white dudes. Mass
He's a
skinny
double
white dudes in
agent.
leggings.
He worked for BLM, and the person just has, like, the wild BLM chest tattoo made out of dynamite. You're like, oh, okay, all right.
All right,
Okay.
Okay. How'd you
All
get
right.
in here?
Oh my God! It's the leader of BLM. He's like, that's right. I am Sean King. And they're like, oh wow.
Yo, wow. Then Tony comes in. Jack is like, damn it, Chloe, he's not even black. How is this possible?
I'm trying the best I can, Jack. Oh,
Jeez.
it says he went to Morehouse.
He has to be. God damn.
Oh man.
Oh shit. Oh my God. Oh, this is really bad. 24 is, in retrospect, 24 is more believable than what's actually happening right now.
I mean, yeah. It's very similar. It's like it would definitely. I don't know. It does feel very
24-ish.
much 24ish. Oh man. Okay, Dai's back.
Yeah! Ow! Woo! Yeah!
Yeah.
Shout out to Venezuela's finest.
I mean, that's cool that Dai's back, but you know who is more important that
Oh,
You know
shit. Yo.
Dai's back,
Oh.
but it's more important at the fact that I think it's time we take time to recognize that, you know who else is back? Oh shit, Harlem Classic.
Yeah.
Hey, go Mace.
I know you like that.
That's
I know
right.
you like that.
It's Mace. You don't like your baby father? You want a father? You talk about that mama and that mama?
Yeah, a little Mace there.
Remember Mace's whole flow was just like,
Oh, you like your mama? I don't like your papa. I like your baby dada. I'm Mace. I'm a father.
I was just like,
Listen.
yo, why you rap like that?
Cause that shit was selling. Shit. Him and Cameron was doing like that Goo Goo Gaga shit, but they was killing it. They was freaking it. That's why you hear it. Like people was like, yo, that was like, well, he was like Chatty Patty, Goofy Luke. Like, come on.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, that
Laffy
shit was
Taffy.
classic. Yo, come on. Range look like Laffy Taffy. Yo.
You know that.
Come on, man. I'm on the. What he say about? He said, I'm on the Tower Pizza eating a pizza. You can't go
know
where
that?
I go, dog. You need a visa. Nigga just spoke that shit into a microphone. It was just. I'm like, yo, this shit is fire.
So Cameron, he don't miss. He don't miss. Cause then he just takes simple shit and then he's like, switch it up. Oh
Yo,
man, he was like
beautiful.
rowboats, coke flows, and hit decks. Come on, you know that.
Yeah.
Got what's left to twist. Diamonds surrounding my wrist. Yo, y'all fiends. Spalding couldn't bounce like this. Yo, don't fuck with the popo. Oh no, I'm about that dodo. Jewels, you fuck with the coco. Niggas going loco. That's a no.
That's a no.
Shout out to Envy being drunk and doing Cameron lyrics. And you look across you look across the club and you see a girl and she's spitting the Cameron lyrics word for word and she makes eye contact with you and she opens her mouth and she flips a gem star and you like, then all of a sudden you like, yo, did that girl just flip a gem star in her mouth in the
Oh
club?
my God, she got the
Wow.
Steve Madden Tims.
And you walk over to her and you just like, yo, ma, can we talk to you for a second?
Yo,
Can I talk to you real quick? I just want to just want to ask you one question real quick.
Yo,
And she's like,
What's
"What's
that?
up?
What
What's
you
up?
want?
What's up?
What's
I
good?
got time. I
What's
don't got time
good?
like that.
What's
up?"
good?
And I'm just like, "Yo, mom,
What's good? What you need? Why you
I
trying
see
to
you in
holler at
that-
me?
I see you in that baby fat cat suit, and I see you with the baby hairs and shit.
You see it?
I see
brush
you in
my
the
shit
fresh.
down.
I see you in
Got
the
the
fresh
Steve
Air
Madden
Force
Tims.
Ones, and I just gotta ask, like,
DMC to the beach, y'all.
like,
That's right.
what you do on Saturday? I say, get your
Well, I
family
mean, like,
together. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with you. You fuck with me. Let's do this. Marriage.
All right, fuck it.
Hey, hey.
Let's do it. All right, yo, I know niggas at Johnny's Reef, yo. We could do it up. You know what I'm saying? We could get 2 tables. You know what I'm saying?
This conversation takes place an hour before the wedding. You can find out. You can find out about the. Shout out to everyone that told people about their wedding via text messages. Yeah. Like yo, you hit them up like WYD. They're like, nothing. I'm home. No, come through. We getting nuptial
what's good?
time.
Yo, what's good? Yo, we getting married in 2 hours. You gonna come through?
what? Doesn't it say planning, sir?
Don't plan it, bro.
Ma'am?
Just come through. Bring a meal, bro, because we ain't paying for catering. We got money like that. We're both teachers. Also, shout out to Bodega Hive member and queen of the, well, not queen, but she's pretty popular in the Bodega Hive. Our blessed daughter that me and Miro in a union as 2 heterosexual cis males raised.
Yes.
From her birth. We put her through Hebrew school in Dearborn.
Yeah.
We helped her.
Yeah.
And now she's moving on.
She's growing up so fast.
She's now a woman. Shout out to Julia.
Yeah, that's right.
Shout out to the homie.
Love to see her.
She's now married. She's engaged.
Dedicating her life to an Asusia boy. You love to see
There you
it.
go.
The Susio.
Shout out to Nelson.
The most
Shout out to Nelson, the God. Yes. Shout out to Julia, whose new life will be an Instagram feed about nothing other than pleasing her husband. She's going to buy the Live, Laugh, Love Target stuff. She's going to buy 2 French bulldogs. One's going to be named Julia, the other Nelson. They're going to have MAGA collars. And she's going to have an Instagram feed where all she talks about is her favorite show, The Good Wife, which should not have been canceled, and her Peloton, which she posts all the time about her page ranks and shoes and accessories for the Peloton, and you'll never see anything on her feed about Black Lives Matter or any kind of social justice because secretly she's Trump. So good luck. Thank you. We look forward to that. All right? Your Peloton name will be I Bike for Wine, and we'll be like, all right, we get it. We get it. Also, she's wild in the QAnon now. She's like, where one goes, we all go. I'm like,
Yo. Oh, my God.
No, shout out to Julia. Congrats.
Yeah.
It's always good. You know what I'm
Turn
saying?
up. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say, oh, they found love in a pandemic. That sounds like the wild Rihanna song.
Yo, what?
We found love in a pandemic.
You know what I'm saying?
We found love in a pandemic.
And Neo comes in on a remix and shit.
It's wild.
Straight to
They're like
DVD.
having sex. They're having sex on top of Trump in the hospital. It's like, wow. Like,
Yo, wow.
that's not disrespectful,
so
bro.
cool. It's like, oh,
That's not
Trump, dude.
disrespectful. That's kind of hot.
It's kind of hot, bro.
Kind of hot, bro. Like, don't knock it till you try it, bro. I mean, you know.
Yo. God damn.
Listen, that's a new sexual position. It's called dying president. Like, you should try it, bro. It's like,
Yeah, it's it's nice.
haven't tried it. Haven't done it since Lincoln. It's like, you know.
Yo, but isn't everybody like every MAGA person is like their number one thing is like I have First Amendment right. I have First Amendment rights. So why can't I be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Fuck Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that motherfucker, B. You ain't never done
Because
nothing for
people,
me.
because you know what it
Are we
is?
supposed
'Cause
to have decency? We're supposed to
a
have
lot of
decency.
MAGA people are super religious, and they remember in the Bible after they put Jesus up on the cross or torture stake, depending on which Bible you believe in. Jesus did the prayer, and he was like, "Yo, y'all niggas killed me, but that's all right." And that's where a lot of the Christian understanding of do no evil comes from.
Right.
When in actuality, it probably went like, these niggas these niggas put nails through my hands. Yo, Peter, get the Draco.
Shit.
Also, apparently,
You know what?
Also,
I'll be back.
apparently, this took place in Southwest Atlanta in the early 2000s. So, all right,
Took place in
they were in the
Zone 4.
SWATs. All right, They were looking out for that red. They were looking out for that red dog. Okay, 1 to the 2, the 3 to 4.
Yo.
Oh, shout out to
It's actually
back when,
man.
all right, back before, you know, all the PJs got knocked down for the Olympics in Atlanta, and then Richard Jewell with the bomb and all that.
Remember him?
Yeah.
Yo, he's like the original Ken Bone, like fake celebrity. Was he the first meme?
Who? Richard Jewell?
Richard
No,
Jewell
the first
was
meme.
like the
first
Dancing
meme
Baby?
was Satan.
Oh, shit.
Think about it.
Yeah, that's right.
Think about it though. Almost every culture has a creation story where something along the lines of either a flood happens or the whole Adam and Eve and the snake thing. So that's like the first meme. That means that was back when God was like a teenager and had braces and was just like a mad chat rooms sharing memes and shit on 4chan. It was like mild depressed because no one else was in there. It was like,
yo, what's up?
God was like, yo, they don't like me, and then the universe was like, no, you haven't created anyone yet. God was listening to Wild Simple Plan and Stain and just going through the emo shit.
He's like,
he had bangs. He, she, or them had bangs.
Yo, he had seed hair. He had the one bang over the eye.
Just a fucking safety pin through the bottom lip because you know what? I don't feel any pain. Yeah.
He's like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to go listen to Dashboard Confessional. You know what I'm saying? Little Owl City. You know what I'm saying?
Just hurting.
10,000 fireflies. Yo, what happened to that? He got rich off that shit, boy. I feel like those groups are they broke now or are they still rocking?
Well, it depends if you own the masters to your song, because what happens is you get these. Let me watch my words carefully because I don't want to insult 90% of the Bodega Hive. You get white kids that were raised listening to hip hop. So when they get into a job where they're in a position for creativity, aka ad agencies, picking music for commercials, they know not to put in Juicy or Can't Touch This or put in like fucking Gin and Juice. They know about the deeper cuts that will resonate with the people of our age at this time. And then they look like geniuses because the older people in their companies have no idea what these songs are. The younger people in these companies have never heard of these songs are about, or maybe they're like, oh, I remember my dad used to play when my dad was playing Tony Hawk. And you're like, you little fucking young girl, fucking girl. But that's where you do it. So every time you go somewhere, you hear a commercial and they play like a song, you're like, oh, wow. Like if you hear 93 to Infinity in a commercial, there's no reason. That song slaps. There's absolutely no reason for that to be in a commercial, but you see why it's in commercials, and you get it. And shout out to Souls of Mischief because they own the masters to that. So every time you hear it playing, they doing numbers.
They got a bag. There's also
shout out to them.
Del the Funky Homo Sapiens opened his mailbox like, oh, another check in my mailbox. I love to see it.
We need more commercials with Big Noid and Sugar Free. All right, I want to see a Geico commercial with Big Noid in it.
Word. I want to see
Come on, you cowards.
I want to see a motherfucking McDonald's commercial with Littles.
There you go.
I want to see Core Mega in a Nike commercial.
You know, let's make that happen. You cowards are afraid of shit. Like, we want to hear our music represented in songs and in our commercials. And you people are afraid to push the gauntlet.
That's right.
All right?
Talk to them.
These people don't know. They don't know. One day.
Imagine how mad niggas would be if you hire a fucking ad agency. You're Toyota. You hire an ad agency and niggas come back and they got a lock song playing over B-roll of your Camry driving down the street. They're like, yo, why did you put Wild Out to this? They're picking up their kid from school. What are you doing?
Yo, what's up, my nigga Miro? Yo, what kind of car is that you driving right there, my guy?
Oh, shit, man. Yo, this is a mid-sized sedan, my nigga. This is a motherfucking Toyota Camry. You know what I mean? Word.
Is that a Camry?
I'm about to go school my kids from school, B. You know what I'm saying? Yo, get in. Check the headroom, yo. You above average height. You got mad leg room, my nigga. Word.
Are you serious?
You know what I'm saying?
How much gas does this get versus highway?
Yo, mad mileage, yo. You know what I'm saying? It also comes in 4-cylinder if you want to save even more on your fuel mileage.
Yo, is there a hatchback version?
Yo, there's a hatchback version. There's a 4-door and there's a sport edition. If you want to get out and open it up on the open road, yo.
You know what? I'm gonna get on top of New York in a new Toyota. Holla.
That's right. Yo, I'm at this. I'm at the dealership about the halal. Plus, I'm high too.
We laugh, but it's coming. We laugh.
It definitely is.
We laugh. When you see us,
I thought I was.
when you see us
bugging.
in those hydro cucks, oh shit, hydro cucks. Oh, that's a whole new thing. Yeah, bro. You doing mad diet pills while you watching your wife take black cock.
Yo. Shout out to 6 for being the biggest herb in the world and ODing on diet pills. Fucking. This nigga ODing on hydroxycut. You fucking.
Like, I feel like they did that. I feel like the hospital did him dirty. Like, they just should have been like, yo, he just checked in. Like, he was going through some shit. They was like, yo, he almost OD'd. Like, maybe me and Miro, and I've realized this on the podcast because some of y'all are like, yo, y'all are mad flippant and you don't really respect addicts and stuff. And we're like, first of all, suck my dick. Secondly, we have had addicts in our family. We've known people who have died from addiction. So, you know what? Again, suck my dick. But then also, it's just like, there's a difference between ODing and ODing. Okay? Yeah. And he wasn't even ODing in a calm voice. All right?
He was ODing, nigga, with the blicky stiffy icky. You know what I'm saying? So
he was on diet pills and caffeine.
What's the first thing he did when he got on Instagram? Hired Tekashi 6ix9ine, who was on hydroxycut.
Yo, you gotta imagine Tekashi just mad nervous and right age trying to buy diet pills without making it hot. Like, yo,
bro, you know what?
Like, is there a limit to how many pills I could buy at once? Because I'm thinking with the blicky now.
Yeah, I'm trying to buy these in bulk. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing drop shipping.
Oh shit, are you Tekashi?
No.
Oh shit, the rainbow! You got the rainbow hair. You got the 6ix9ine in your face. Like, what are you buying?
No,
what are you doing with all these diet pills?
Halloween's coming up. I'm just trying to.
You gonna give out diet pills to the kids at Halloween?
You know what?
Oh shit! Look, this doesn't even have a label. I got to do a price check. Can I get a price check out for the 10 box of diet pills? It's for Tekashi 6ix9ine. He has the rainbow hair. He's the kid that snitched. He's in front of me right here.
Treyway. No, I'm not Treyway, actually. I'm not Treyway. Shit. Nigga starts talking in his regular voice.
Hi. I'm actually from the Federal Inspection Agency for the FDA. I'm just taking diet pills to test what their generic over-the-counter ratio is, and I'd like your assistance in procuring some. So if you would put the phone down and stop making it hot, my G.
Yeah, please.
Yo, those shits sounded like hotcakes back in the days, boy.
I remember.
That shit reminds me of my boosting days.
They used to have those. They used to have those like locked up in. No, actually, I remember there was a store that's all they sold, and it was on 41st and Broadway. And I was like, yo, you could sell enough diet pills to pay for a store down here, and apparently so. But then I also know people who used to swear by them shits. So,
but them shits is poison. And I was boosting so many of them shits. That shit and what was the other shit? Stackers. Remember Stacker 2?
Stackers, yeah.
Stacker 2.
Stacker 2, and they advertise it during like Jerry Springer and stuff.
Yeah.
And like if you was already fucked up in the game, you was like, all right, you know what? Nothing else is working. Let me try this fucking Stacker 2.
Shit. Yo,
everyone in these fucking videos is skinny as shit, and my life is garbage.
That shit was straight poison, dog. Yo. There was a dude I used to work with that.
You said that was poison?
Yeah, it's just poison. You know what I'm saying? You
really gonna get it on the internet? You gonna get on the internet and be like, Stacker 2 is poison?
Yo, it's poison, B. You know what I'm saying?
See,
Stacker 2 poison.
White Jesus I work poison. With you, and I feel like you go too far. But then every now and then, I think of hip hop, real hip hop.
You know what I'm saying? Talk, yeah. You know where we going. Let's go.
And then I'm like, wow. Yo was preaching.
Yo,
Miro was saying, what if I was a gun?
Hear it. Victor just,
what if I was
Victor took his shirt off.
Niggas picked me up like I was a stacker and used me like I was a stacker too.
For energy?
Wow.
What?
Because
Fuck
I'm
outta here.
Poison, ecstasy, coke, you say
Hip hop.
Poison.
They should be burned. It is
Hip hop.
Poison.
prescripting us medicine,
What?
which is
It is
poison.
poison.
Just injecting our infants
It
with the
fits with our
poison.
poison.
Yo, he's spitting.
Poison. Niggas up in my hood be getting shot, giving poison.
Yo, whoa. I'm gonna blow your minds right now.
Nas is the first anti-vaxxer. Holla.
No, Nas was the first super spreader of knowledge.
Knowledge gone. Yo, man. Like, I just put it together. I haven't heard this song in so long. Yo, my man really was on some anti-vaxxer shit, man, early.
He was like, yo. Wow, Miro just said there's no difference between Nas and Lana Del Rey. Wow.
And Jenny McCarthy.
and Justin Timberlake. Wow.
Income tax check plastic surgery economy. Because, what? White girls bleaching? Damn.
It's poison.
But he's like injecting themselves with silicones. That's life destruction.
Yeah, that's like destruction.
Is he wrong? Is he wrong, bro? Is he wrong?
I just picture Jay listening to that shit like, you know, this nigga was wearing a kufi when he spit that bullshit.
Yo, bae. This
Come
nigga
listen to
washed.
this shit.
Shit, what this nigga talking about?
Yo, this nigga said vaccines is poison.
Yo.
You don't feel that way? He probably got that Rona. Couldn't be me. Yo, I'm gonna take a Zadie and take a jet ski ride. I'm a little nervous.
Yo, is Jay-Z and Beyonce on the back of that big super yacht for Beyonce's like fucking birthday and shit? And Beyonce can't find him for the cake side of this shit. This nigga on Tidal, listen to old Nas tracks and roasted him. Yo, bae, come listen to this shit. Remember when he sampled that song from the 80s? What the fuck is this, babe?
Yo, what is this shit?
Yo, this shit is trash. This nigga think he in Grand Theft Auto.
Yo, this beat is garbage.
This shit is garbage. This shit is called Rule. This nigga never ruled.
Wow.
What the fuck is this? Turn this shit off. Turn this shit off before Blue Ivy and the Twins hears it. She's like, Jay, get out the cabin.
Jay, come on. Jay, they're cutting. Solange goes in and beats the shit out of him. They cutting the cake, nigga. Get outside.
I'm just saying.
They want a family picture.
I'll be right there. I'm just saying, like, tell Solange to wait. I want to play one last thing for you, Beyonce. It's a song that, it really spoke to me. It always makes me think of you because I'm just lucky I ended up with you instead of these whack people. Because, like, this is called Braveheart Party. And, like,
that's right.
They like singing. This shit is trash. Like, this shit sounds like the Projects in Queens. Like, it's scary.
Respect my gangster, ready for whatever you bring.
This nigga's like 38 talking this shit. Like, come on. What is this shit? Yo, he's squatting over with a pigeon on the cover. Like, what the fuck is up with this guy? He's a weirdo. Like, I showed him his first tech.
I was there. Remember? B, you were there. We were on tour with Large Professor.
Yo, you gotta
maybe I should have mentioned that because you were underage.
No, you have to respect the person that showed you your first tech. That's just one of the rules. That is just one of the rules in the hood. Whether they showed it to you friendly or non-friendly, you gotta respect them.
You gotta put some respect on their name, though. Or else catch a hot one for the tech.
All right. When you see them, if you see them 30 years later, and y'all both still, you both still kind of made it. You see him and bro, this is Gary. He pulled a tech on me back on 238th, back in I want to say 98, bro. You remember that shit?
This guy's a real
bro.
OG.
We shot at each other. That was crazy. We had on those Yankee fitters that had the Asian characters on them.
Remember that?
I had to run from you and stuff. Bro, I had to run from you in the Diesel jeans. Like, come on, you almost ruined my Japanese denim.
That was salvage denim, bro. It was hard. They were hard for running. They were very crunchy.
Bro, you almost made me break my PlayStation 2. I was so mad at you. My God. Like, I wanted you dead. I almost shot your mother through the I almost shot your mother at her job. Like,
yo.
We can joke about that because that's life now. Because shout out to people who people who I never really considered friends, but they grew up with me and they have copped the book. Shout out to them, and they're posting it on their Twitter and like, yo, the homie Jesus, I remember when we was young, we used to hang together. And I was like, no, nigga, we was trying to shoot each other. We were not friends. Like, I didn't even. I'm looking at them at their avatar now, and I'm like, holy shit, that's Jerry from 219th. Yo! I punched this nigga in the face. It's like, oh my God.
Yo.
But shout out to the homies.
Yo. Shout out to everybody that I had engaged in fisticuffs with or swung a knife at or whatever, and then in the Instagram DMs talking about, yo, I'm proud of you. Love you too, bro. Love you too, bro.
Listen,
glad we didn't kill each
know.
other back then. You know what I'm saying?
They're rooting for you.
Happening.
They're rooting for you. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Yo, thanks for not chopping me in the jugular, bro. When you got the drop on me in the park, I appreciate you. Thank you.
It's the little things.
It's the little things. You know what I'm saying? You gotta appreciate people that murdering you.
All right, just scrolling my timeline. Shout out to Sarah J. Sold my media, getting that hard big black cock on sodacam.com.
Okay.
Shout out to Sarah J. Putting in those. She's putting in hours. All right, I have a new. We've always respected her work ethic. She has not let the pandemic stop her.
Not at all. She's grinding.
I also have a hot theory that Sarah J. is an incredible aunt. Like if Sarah J. is your aunt, yes, she's coming to your school in some very provocative outfits, but she gives good gifts, she gives excellent hugs, and she will fuck up anyone fucking with you.
That's a fact. And I have a feeling that she'd be baking her ass off. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she look like she could cook and shit. Like, it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what it is, but it looked like she'd be baking. She makes some fucking fire muffins.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Doing TikTok dances with her niece and shit. Like, just,
You know what I'm saying? Mad wholesome and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then she turn around and take that wow BBC, yeah.
That wow big deck, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
She get her shit cracked. She's like, I gotta go. My niece is in trouble at school. And they're like, we're shooting. Well, my niece comes first.
That's right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Priorities. Yo, I'm mad when she came on the show and niggas talked about, we said some shit like, yo, we should do like a thing, and it's like, yo, we're two tenants, and like you come in and check on you're the property manager, and you come in and check on us, and she's like, oh, I remember that scene. I was like, yo,
yeah, bro.
I'm like, yo, dog, that's like motherfucking like shit. That's like fucking Derek Jeter remembering one at bat. Like,
listen, bro. There's only like 3 fucking situations in Pino, so it was like stepbrother, stepmother, stuck under the bed and glue, pizza guy. Like you never have one like there's like, oh my god, I think I've discovered the coronavirus vaccine, and it's like as the guy's looking under the microscope, the other scientist comes too close with her titties. Then he looks over and he's like, well, I mean. There's already been 19 COVIDs. I guess this one can wait as well. And then they start fucking. Yeah.
No, so just goes, you know what I need? A hot beef injection. That'll cure my health.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, shit, here we go.
Let's go. He uses the actual vaccine out the tube as lube. Like, yeah.
Nigga just squirts it on the choach. Ah! Niggas is too sucio. The pandemic got niggas on some extra sucio. Fam, I saw some Pino where Shorty was wearing gloves, and I was like, why is Shorty wearing gloves? And
talk daddy.
Yeah. And then she was having anal sex, and she used the gloves to spread her ass cheeks apart. And then I saw that the gloves were branded. And I was like, what the fuck does that say on that glove? And it said, Gape gloves. So apparently there are gloves that you use to make your butthole gape out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Today I learned.
Yeah, bro, why you stop? I mean, the music's still going. I mean,
yo, listen. I don't know, but
like,
what is it?
Bro,
I mean, like, no
you ever gaped? You ever gaped somebody? Like, you ever?
know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's cool to look at for like a split second, but like the mega like long gape, it's like, yo, no kick shaming, but I'm like, yo, I'm kind of just like looking at like mad like your innards right now. You know what I'm saying? Like.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight. We were talking with Joel Martinez, New York Times bestselling author, about his favorite gape. This is NPR's Gape Hourly. My name is Chester Sinclair. I will talk to you next week. Keep it kinky.
Thanks for having me. Always a pleasure. Thank you, Chester. Love it.
This nigga gaping.
This nigga gaping over it. Yeah.
Also, that's the name of my new dancehall song, "Gaping in the Zoom." Still working out the logistics. All right. Yeah. Listen, dancehall artists, you're missing out right here. There's so many things in Zoom that also sound like sexual things, like Teradek.
Yo, break.
Come on, bro.
Break
Come
out
on.
rule. You know what I'm saying?
Hit her with the mix pre.
Yo.
What?
Ooh.
What? Oh. Hit her with the Sony camera. You know what?
Yo, let me remote control your computer. You know?
You heard she had the softbox? Come on.
No.
It's right there, bro. It's right there, bro.
Share the screen. Share the cocky. I'm gonna share.
I'm gonna hit her with the sandbag. Like, oh shit. Just doing mad sexual positions on top of an apple box. Like,
Yo, this is production Pinot.
Let me show you what I do with that graph tape. It's like, ooh. Mark down positions. All right, this is getting a little hot. It's getting a little hot and bothered in here, bro.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help!
A little too CCO, bro. But, you know, it's having fun. Hold on, let's check the status. Make sure Trump's still alive.
Let's see.
As of Saturday, October 3rd at 11:13 p.m., Mr. Trump was still alive. He's too broke to be called president. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. He's broke.
Your man paid $750 on taxes, and everyone's like, Jesus, that's smart. That means he didn't pay that much on taxes. He owes $421 million in debt to people.
God damn.
Some of that, they said at least half of that is due next year. Yo, how you gonna, bro? If he survives, he's gonna be the first sitting president to be in the Oval Office ducking bill collectors.
Yo.
How he waiting for a call from Putin or for the president of China? And it's like, hello, we know that your credit balance is over $200,000. Press 1 to schedule a scheduled payment.
Hang up the phone. Hang up. Don't pick up. If you see that number again,
this message is for Donald J. Trump. If you are not Donald J. Trump, please hang up.
No, this is not me.
You have stayed on the line. Donald J. Trump, you owe $400,000 to DirecTV for a unreturned box. Failure to answer to this call could result in your credit being further ruined. If you would like to schedule a payment program, please press 1. If you would like to pay it all off, please press 2. If you're broke and you laughed at the first 3 options, press 3 now. Otherwise, nigga, pick up the phone, you your broke ass. I hear you breathing. Fuck you think this is? You think it's a robot? I'm a real person.
I mean,
I heard you pick up. Where's my money? Yo, nigga. Fam.
Look.
Yo.
Look, I got you money. All right.
Let me ask you something.
A lot of people don't have money. I have money. I have a lot of money. A lot of people don't have a lot of money, but I have a lot of it.
Don, let me ask you something. Well, last time you seen Barron?
Well, I mean, you know, actually, I don't care. That's it. I mean, you know. I see where you're going with this. You're holding him for ransom and you want your money. Right? Is that what's happening right now? Go ahead, put a hot one in him. I don't care. I already got Eric and I got the blonde one. All right, okay. I got Junior. Is it Junior?
You gotta take him. No, that's not how this works. You gotta take him back. Like this.
No, I actually don't want him. I nutted. I had a wild night. All right, you know. Jesus got drunk. Christ. All right, did too much blow. All right, had coke.
Donald.
I passed out. Melania got on top.
Hey, Donald. Hate to do this to you right now. Can I put you on hold for a second? I have to call my homeboy. Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Go ahead. Get it.
Fuck.
Can I get an Adderall? Ben, Dr. Carson, please.
He fucking doesn't want the kid. Meryl, what are you going to do? Meryl, all right. So we kidnapped the kid from the side chick, but she doesn't want the kid either. Now I got the kid in my apartment. And now we got Barron Trump. They're both in my apartment, and they don't want either one. So I was thinking it'd be fair if, like, I sent one to your house, and that way we can divide the load. The load. But seriously, like, so I'm gonna send I called Chief. He's gonna pick up Barron. So if you got food and stuff, you should be all right. Like, you got space, right?
I'm good. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna just put the little motherfucker in the garage and make him make iPhones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's like 6'11" now, so I don't know if that would be smart for you to.
Oh, word?
Try. Yeah, he's very tall. So
6'11", huh?
Yeah.
How's his ball handling skills?
That's what I was thinking, bro. Now listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I was thinking. We all know what's wrong with the Knicks. It's
You know what
not
I
a
mean?
lack of talent. They just need a good white player, bro.
Yeah, that's
Rest in peace, Ron Baker. But I'm just saying.
It worked for Boston. You know what I'm saying? They got Gordon Hayward. You know what I'm saying?
They got
Captain
Gordon
America.
Hayward. Listen, not for nothing, but like
Maybe
Gordon Hayward, he looks like how porn used to look back in the days, if you know what I'm saying.
when it was
You know?
good. You know?
Back before it turned into fucking Neapolitan ice cream. I mean, no offense, but
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Everyone says diversity matters, but let me tell you, diversity doesn't help me splatter, if you know what I mean, when I'm in Back Bay after a fucking Red Sox game. Yeah.
Hey,
no, let me tell you, the amount of times
I
I
don't
beat
need
my meat to the
representation in my masturbation. All right?
Bro, the amount of times I beat my meat to fucking the idea of David Ortiz just putting that big Dominican cock in that white lady. Oh my God. Like, come on, bro. Like, shit,
And he's
bro.
just like,
listen,
every day. Every day, I give you
bro,
this.
I did it so.
I give you this.
Bro, I used to beat my
cock,
meat so
give you
much.
this
I was
blam.
calling my. I used to beat my meat so much. I used to call my right arm the departed. You know, it felt like a ghost. Like. Right, see, we got the good balance. We got a little racism in there. A dig at Boston. A dig at the Red Sox, and some Sucio shit.
You know what I'm saying?
That's quadruple quadruple socio entendre. Don't even ask me how. Okay.
Stupid. You know what I'm saying? Yo, also, Rick Moranis got punched in the head, apparently.
Yeah, that's not
that really happened. And
It really happened.
And it's
But,
why
like-
because like when people like, let's say, God forbid something happens to either one of us and we get assaulted, right?
Uh-huh.
The news headline is gonna be like, yo, comedian Jesus Nice, comedian the Chimera Hoop, whatever, has been assaulted, blah blah blah. The headline for this shit was, yo, Rick Moranis got punched in the head in the Upper West Side. I was like, who wrote this shit? Like,
Listen, they don't got time. They got to keep it moving. They got to keep it moving. So,
like, yo, like make
But-
it sound a little more serious, be like.
and the
yo,
cops are only offering like $2,500 on information. I was like, it should be more. And then
Like,
somebody
yo.
was like, why should it be more? Because he made Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I was like, true.
I mean, he was in Ghostbusters too, right? He wasn't he in Ghostbusters? Yeah.
Also, if you want to go back in the archives, we have a episode where we talk about when we remake Honey, I Shrunk the Kids with Miro's
That's
kids.
right.
And that shit's very lit. Shout out to the sound effects
Go
on
back
that.
to
One
that.
of our greatest episodes
Pow.
ever. Ah!
The catalog
We're
is
gonna
mad
re-
deep, yo.
We're gonna remake Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but then it's gonna involve urethra, and we can't make it come out in America. And it's gonna just
Yeah, it's gonna be wild. I'm gonna have
everyone's gonna be in the theater. It's gonna be like, I'm Mr. Fun Production. You're gonna be like, oh, whoa, wait a minute,
whoa. What do you mean by whoa? What do you mean by PG-13?
It's pretty girls who are like, 13. Bro. Like,
Yo, fam, there's Pino out there that caters to these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And it's not illegal. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I once saw a magazine called Lollipop where the girls were of age.
It's young
but
girls,
they did not,
and they're
but
like
they did
in
not
two-
look.
They're in
Yeah.
two-piece bikinis. They got makeup and all that stuff, and they're trying out for competitions. But it's like that Netflix thing's that Cuties. The problem with that movie everyone's going wild about, and it was just like, why are you watching this? And the whole thing about the movie wasn't about watching it to jerk off to little girls. It was like, yo, watch how these little girls are exploited, and it was created by a woman that's showing how it's exploited. But at the same time, you could see how pedophiles could use that as spank material, but at the same time, if you post any photos of your kids, in theory, a pedophile could use that as spank material.
Yo, I said this. Yo, I said the same shit, and I said the same shit about foot fetishes too. Like, bruh, summertime, you're in heaven, dog. You just ride the subway, dog, with a full chub on full mast. You know what I'm saying? You know how many people getting on the train with flip flops? Like, come on, just chilling at the beach. You got a foot fetish, dog? That's like
Yeah.
fucking unlimited Pinot all day.
Come on, bro. That doesn't make sense. Like, who would really, like, I don't know, get like a digital SLR and I don't know,
You go like take long shots of feet
just
at Coney Island.
Stay on
Come
the fucking
bro.
just stay on the S shuttle, going back and forth and back and forth, and just looking at commuters at the dirty feet as they wear the fucking Old Navy flip flops, and maybe I drop my thermos on the floor, and then when I gotta go pick it up, like maybe I sniff your feet, if that's okay.
You know,
like,
just
oh
a
my
little
God,
quick,
like,
just
you
a
know.
quick sniff.
That's the coworker. That's the coworker that steals your slouchy socks that you switch to when you're running to Penn Station to catch the LIRR. And you're just like, "Where's the socks?" And it's Stanley. Stanley in accounting. He has all your socks, Sheila. All right. And he's sniffing them.
He's sniffing them right now. Nasty motherfucker.
And he's looking at you. He's looking at your beautiful husband, Vincent Palestrello. All right, pride of Hempstead. He's one of the top contractors. And you know what? He's like, yo, he's not pleasing her. She should be with me, bro.
He's not knocking those walls down right.
You know that. He's putting walls up. He's not knocking them down. Come on.
Yeah, I knock them down. I do demolition. They call me demolition
Sheila.
man.
Come on, Sheila. Think about all those times I seen it. You looked at me at Applebee's like, oh, come on. Like you were begging for real cack.
You know?
Right?
You looking
I know.
You were looking at me like a half price app. You know?
Okay. You know that. You said, come on. I see. I know you like my ways, from my fucking my Carhartt shirt down to my Skechers. Like, come on. You know. I know. I make that pussy wet like a peak train around Kokomo. But listen, I know I'm married with 5 kids. But Sheila,
come on.
Right here at gate 4, I just want to say to you.
Oh my God.
I just want to say, listen.
You say you need some money.
Oh my God.
I've been thinking about you, and I've been thinking about, like, you know,
wow,
how, like, you know,
It's kind of funny, but
you get to like your train station and he's not there waiting for you, and like then he yells at you about you didn't pick up a fucking hot and ready pizza, and like you deserve better than that. Like, and I mean, I seen on Facebook you used to be hot, and like you're kind of still hot for an older broad, so like,
oh, thank
you know, yeah, like
Nobody's ever
like
said
not.
that before.
Yeah, like not super hot, but like Hallmark Channel hot. Like, you know, like, cause you got like a double tooth, but like,
I'll take it. My husband told me I look like cattle the other day.
I mean,
it's heartbreaking.
I mean, that's mean of him to say, but you do look like cattle, and I want you all over my Peter Lugers, if that's, you know, what you understand. Like,
put the steak sauce on me, Daddy.
we're trying to pitch this to the Hallmark Network. They're like, so it's 2 people cheating on their spouses in Long Island. I was like, yeah, it's like called the Buttafuoco story. So like, you don't want to read past like page 50 because like it gets a little dark.
Yo.
It's a Mike Francesa story. She's like, when a fan obsessed with Mike needs that cack. Hi, can I speak to Mike?
I mean, if you want some cock, I mean, you know, you can maybe Stilettos. I'll be browsing cheeses and wines, things like that of that nature.
Hi, Mike. Hi. Oh my God. My father used to listen to you all the time. He called you the Pope, and like, every time I hear your voice, it just kind of like I get moist and like.
Well, you know, I carry a big staff around. You know, that's why they call me.
You know what?
If you know what I mean.
I'm sitting in my bed, you know, alone. I got a dirty Manhattan College T-shirt and some worn out yoga tights. So I'm gonna hang up and listen. And you know what I'm gonna be doing with my fingers. So you know, do your thing, Mike.
Oh, that's pretty
by the way, the name of my church is Diet Coke. I'll hang up now.
Oh, I was about to say. I was like, pour some Diet Coke on your choach. Let me listen to the bubbles first.
This guy stinks. All right, okay. Now we're just getting Mike Francesa involved in like maybe some underage shit. We got, you know, we're wilding.
Let's just show.
We're flying too close to the sun.
Let's pivot. Yo,
Let's
I saw
pivot.
this shit. Look, I will not step in this realm because I'm not an expert. But you, sir, are. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You are very familiar with the Sex and the City catalog, or the canon. You know what I'm saying? We're going to leave the movies out because the movies are not canon. And it has been said on the internets that there is a series you should check out if you are a fan of Sex and the City. It's called Emily in Paris. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you've seen it.
I saw that article. That's a terrible article. Like, none of those shows rank up to Sex and the City. Sex and the City doesn't even rank up to Sex and the City anymore. It's very sad. It did not age well, and well, we'll leave it alone. It's as mad. It does not age well about transphobia, about racism. Everyone on that show is is not sex positive. They're scared of everything, from getting their butt eaten to. It's very weird. And there's too many fucking puns in it.
Yo,
too many fucking puns, and the only pun that matters is who? Big pun, hip hop.
You know what I'm saying? Hip hop, real hip hop.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's BX Residence. Fucking vibes.
That's right.
Episode 222.
220. You know what I'm saying?
Most dangerous podcast.
Oh shit. You know what I'm saying?
As always, we're gonna end with the AKAs of New York Times bestselling authors. Jesus Nice, aka Young Chipotle, aka Pockets Stay Fat Like Tyrio, aka Pockets Stay Fat Like. Vibes. You know the fucking vibes. Yeah, baby. Oh, man. Some of them might know you, bitch. Young Day Party, Young Hot Take, Jesus Fuego, Mr. Nanos Udorando, Milner is at the 94, Mikhail going off, the Juve boss, MC Lukagunga P, putting up for 40, which is Shorty. AKA, don't talk to me in the Uber Cool, because I don't know you.
No.
The original +1 got +1, so don't make a fuss, son. This is Rossi, the Jamaican Jew, Jermaine Avocado Toast, Young Pa, the Ghost of Mufasa, Young Charcoonery, without the coonery.
That's right. No Whitlocking over here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fuck Jason Whitlock. AKA Charlie Lamone, left-handed. Yo, fuck him. Nah, he came at what's the name? Shorty.
He came at Katie Nolan. He came at
Katie Nolan. And then he came at Chrissy Teigen and John Legend after he lost their baby. What the fuck? As a guy who has no children, I know my place. I would how do you even jump out your face to tell a woman how to feel or how to mourn about losing a baby she carried?
Fam.
That's wild, disrespectful. And shout out to John Legend for making a lot of good in his life. Because if John Legend was I make $28,000 a year nigga, Jason Whitlock would have been shot. And that's just that on that.
That's that on that. You know what I'm saying?
Am I wrong?
Oh, sir. You are absolutely correct. Because $20,000 a year, Merrill would have definitely put a hole in that motherfucker.
Definitely. At least jumped him or some shit.
Come on. You got like a tray of Baked Ziti that fell on the floor.
Just imagine, in all seriousness, the wife you love that you live with, y'all was trying to raise a kid together. Mm-hmm. You lost a kid. You would already have photographers at the hospital to photograph the birth of the kid. And then they're like, why was there a photographer there? Because they thought the kid was coming home with them. And now your wife is going through this. Your wife, and the worst part is a public pregnancy. A public pregnancy means you have to have a public miscarriage. She's going through this. And you're going to fix your face to type some shit about a lady going through that shit, about a family going through that shit.
Fucking dickhead, bro. That's what I be telling niggas all the time, bro. I was like, yo, you can't. I was like, yo, listen, you can violate if you want, but what happens after that is
that's the thing.
That's the thing.
That's the problem in 2020. People, there's violations without repercussions. Mm-hmm. All right, and people think just because this is a blog post, that's not a violation, and that's like Drake's father said. That's that on that.
That's that on that, dog. You know what I'm saying? If it was me, shit, nigga, I throw this shit all the way.
Listen, I'm gonna give you a knowledge dart right now. Be careful on the internet, cause what you do for clicks could end up having niggas click at you.
Yeah,
if you get what I'm saying. Hope that doesn't go over your head.
Yeah, clicks might end up with sticks. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So cool.
AK Chili Lamone. AK Chili Lamone, left-handed reader for the Yankees. Get okay.
Papi. We're going deep in the playoffs, Papi. That's
you know
right.
that. Let's go Yankees. 27 rings. DJ Machina, Jay Chuckles, Stanley Cups, the Human Dr. Bonner's label. Dilute. Woo. Gino DiCaprio, Mr. 240p, because I got my Pinot blurry. And by blurry, I mean old Pinot. Pinot that you search for and shit's devoured and gone and no longer on the internet. Shout out to Semi DeSora. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just the MILF working out. Up next, we got DJ Woolite, a.k.a. you're listening to Washed FM.
Oh, wow.
This week, in honor of Jay-Z's Volume 2 dropping 22 years ago. Wow. I got a track a lot of y'all don't remember because y'all didn't have the bonus CD. Things Groupie Says. Do you remember this? A very problematic track by Jay-Z.
Oh.
Wow, Jay. Wow. That's not Gwyneth Paltrow, Dre. Wow.
Good.
Things Groupie Say.
Gwyneth Paltrow heard that shit and got butt nilsy and took a picture.
Yo.
Sean, this is out of control.
Yo. Up next, we got the Curry Goat, DJ Spice, Jamal Hashburn, the Bronx Celine Dion, Ray and Nephew's nephew, the Moreno, you cannot contain Demon Meme, Word to Jaw, Young Aaron, the racist provocateur, Henry Bloodcoast, Nelson Bangdella, Sergio Can't See Me, Vladimir Buffett. Do you remember whether melting in your mouth? Mr. Bex on Decadent, Ricky Tiki Squabby, Greg Popovich, Morris Says your Chestnut, Mahatma Gandhi, not Maccabee, but I got your cucumber.
Yeah, that's right.
You use the press, but your boy never is out the juice press to green them juices. I am the art, damn it. The Dundada Ganoush. No more cup of news, the Prince of Pecker, the Fashion Over Casanova. We make cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, dollar. Forget the small change, give me.
No, what you need? What you need?
Big money one. Yeah. The only anthem I salute is Dipset. All right. All right, I don't salute anthems for countries where the president has the cooties. Grow up. Right. All right?
Goofy.
It's so wild. All Trump had to do was circle, dot. Now I got my cootie shots. He wouldn't even have this problem.
He didn't even do that. And you got a doctor in the White House all the time.
He could have even went further. He could have been like circle, square. Now I got him everywhere.
Yeah.
He would have been good for at least 2 years. All right?
Stupid.
No black magic, no penny tax.
That's right.
Mississauga, catch me on square one, top left. Mans is Marv. Shout out to Sugar Daddies. All my West Indians out there talking to girls half their age, not because you want to have sex with them, but just because you want them to ride around in your car and use the TikTok because you're interested in what a TikTok is. So,
what going on with the TikTok?
And some of y'all are laughing because you got an old Jamaican man paying your rent, and all you got to do is send him one TikTok dance every couple of weeks, and all your friends are trying to figure out how they can get the same situation. And like Aaliyah, that's 1 in a million. All right?
You hit the lotto.
Yo, it's your boy Trill Rizzuto. Holy cow, Mr. Starpaw, because all I do is count checks and jerk off. Update. I don't really check. I don't really count checks anymore. I just go through financial statements, and I mean, at this point in my life, they're pretty lengthy. Sometimes they're 49 pages. I mean, a lot of transactions, but I mean, it does help keep the hands soft. Smart. It's good for beating my meat. It's good for beating my meat. It's literally like if you had a mitten made out of Kobe beef. That's how soft it is. So good. I am not complaining over here. Okay.
Love it.
I believe, as they would say at Applebee's, I am eating good in the neighborhood. And
that's right.
We got OJ, Purple Stuff Soda, and it's me, Sonny D. That's right. All right. Who wants some high fructose syrup in their mouth? Yeah.
Oh, my God.
David Yerman. This is Prince of Jesus Red, Bottoms Jesus Bloody Smooth. Smokeem Noah, Andrew Cunanan, a.k.a. the Junior Andy God Jr. Come sit down, palm me charger.
Sit on the no wireless.
Call me Petco because I got your bitch on freeze. And we're still open for like dog grooming, so check that out. Also, shout out to the homies at Bronx Bark. We got the Mac graduation from behavior school ceremony next week.
Shit.
I'm coming through in a fur coat. I'm coming through with the hoop earring. I'm coming with Boney Goat's tuba. It's gonna be a brolic. Okay? Gee. Has he learned anything? He learned a lot about life. And we'll leave it at that. So, shout out to him. The topic of gossip is Sayash. Shout out to the 11971. Judd Apatow from here, bro. You know that? Right. He lived here at some point, but he turned his back on us. So I don't know what to say.
We still respect Billy Joel.
Yeah, that's we still got to play me a song Piano Man. And by Piano Man, I mean, Julio. Yeah. Like, give me that stuff, bro. I live on Long Island. I'm trying to get right. A.K. Grandpa Joe, because when you see Charlie, you see me. And if he scratches you, you better hope he doesn't enjoy it, because he'll be back. Don't touch that golden ticket. It's your man Dead IDs is morning, Sheriff. Be a real shame if I stole from the PS4 store by stealing these 3 new levels of Crash Bandicoot before they got released to the public. And by stealing, I mean, all I did was just pre-order it, so I guess this is legal. And I really hate Corona because it's really cutting down my digital shoplifting and say it. I'm sorry.
You could use somebody else's credit card, I guess.
I might have to try to do that next week. Thank you. Been shopping that street easy with a bad breeze like I'm easy, please believe me. The black Asiatic who crack your back like an automatic craftmatic. Mr. Lamarina and Mesmerino with a crush from the arena and a quarter meter. The sheet mask killer, illa. No one could be illa. The black Zach Morris, the Port Morris, young KPR. Take second best, put me to the test. Things on your chest, you need to confess. I will deliver, forgive her. Reach out and touch me. A.K.A. the Pele of Peloton. A.K.A. JPI Queso, you know me. Which sounds like the name of a You know what? I'm going to save that. I'm going to make a whole Quibi show based on the life of JPI Quaso and how he's dealing with the gentrification of his neighborhood. He is also Lin-Manuel. So, okay. Inspector Terrordeck, you know the vibes. Yo, reset me until make me go from ready to live. Tell all my tech people, like, you talk that talk, Jesus.
Yeah.
AKA your problematic bae. Listen, it's not a secret family if you block their IP on your VPN. Okay.
That's right.
Why they gotta contact you? Why they gotta contact you? Block them.
You don't need to. You don't need to. And you got an AOL email? What the fuck? It's weird. You're weird. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep the show rolling, y'all. It's your boy, the Kid Mero, aka the Human Direct, aka Donovan McDab, aka Curve Gotti, aka Shuriz Khalifa. You know what I'm saying? AKA skirt loaded, jump the curb, hit your motherfucking dog and keep it moving. Ask me if I give a fuck. Your leash is less than 6 feet long, stupid. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? AKA I no fucking baby, I fucking man. You know what I'm saying? AKA no need to check the guest list, dog, because we get in this motherfucker. We're the Bodega Boys. And the 25% capacity, that's earmarks for us. You know what I'm saying? Victor's already in there. You know what I'm saying? He's on his 3rd gin and tonic. So we're getting in there one way or another. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, bro.
You know what I mean? Don't make me come back here and like shit the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? AKA CC Dab Bath here. You know what I'm saying? I'm hitting them highly concentrated dabs. You know what I mean? AKA Tiger Backwoods, smoke a 3-gram blunt. They hit you with this 9-iron and then get pow, 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 pow. You know what I'm saying? Leave you laying on the back 9. AKA getting into this shmoney and this smoke. It's your boy Goldman Schmack. You know what I mean? AKA Mensch Montana, huh? I went from roaches in my Lucky Charms to deers in my backyard. I think I'm doing pretty well for myself. Ex-Judy, she agrees. AKA I got my kids coming off the bench for the Lakers, playing Call of Duty and smoking that Miami pack with Bronny, because I'm the motherfucking dad of the year. You know what I'm saying? AKA bitch smack me umbo. AKA Diego Maradona. AKA dick in your baby mutombo. You know, come in this pussy no more. This pussy belong to me. Actually, this pussy does not belong to me. It belongs to you. It is your sole position, and it behooves me to respect your agency and request permission upon entry. Thank you, my queen. You know what I'm saying? AKA,
thank you for the growth, my king.
Yes. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. You know, it's called growth. You know what I'm saying? AKA Barlow Santana, so smooth. I fall asleep at the wheel and crash the zip car. You know what I'm saying? How about that Prius and keep it fucking pushing? AKA Dominican Dundada Dagman Daddy. AKA I'ma swipe my card again. There's definitely money on it. Stop playing, dog. Just because we're 6 feet apart don't mean I won't jump over this fucking sneeze guard and snuff you. You know what I mean? AKA Romeo Santos. Tu favorito, mami. So tanny. Let me black out. Wow. Yo. Tropito got that Rona, but guess what? So does Melania. Is that gonna stop me from That's gonna stop me from eating her cheeks like a real sucio boy? No, it's not, Papi. Delicious. AKA Lionel Dutchy. Hello. Is it weed you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes that your broke ass ain't got five, and you've been corona-fied. So I will not share this blunt with you. You know what I'm saying? AKA Tom Brady, your balls, my balls. Your girl got my balls deflated. You know what I'm saying? They're more than Bobby Crafts. And now that they open the massage parlors, table showers are in full effect for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna go enjoy ourselves. AKA Field Ass Tyson. I want to explore your cosmos mind. You know what I'm saying? Especially the Milky Way of discharge. You know what I mean? But only with your consent, of course. You know what I'm saying? AKA Lil Snoozy Verb, first nigga to tap out on live. Been social distancing before this Rona. AKA Friday Messi MVP of Gelato. AKA Zanio Pennyfield. I gotta get some sticks. Whoa, AKA Joe Hookah. I dare you to smoke with me at Mama Sushi. You know what I'm saying? We're doing outdoor dining, inhaling exhaust fumes. You know what I mean? AKA Ben Barson. My hands are gifted. Have you ever in your jive turkey life repaired the depleted spine of a dolphin while it was swimming in a small pool of Snapple iced tea? You have not. You could never. Candy, get the strap off this motherfucker. AKA, I'll open your medicine cabinet. You know who the fuck it is. It's the Zen Man. Incredible, a.k.a. Rico Sabroso, a.k.a. Baby Newport 25. Niggas got garbage on the way, a.k.a. Nino Brown. Shut the carter down for sanitizing. We'll be back open in an hour, a.k.a. live harassing patrons eating al fresco. It's the East Tremont Stevie B doing all his greatest hits like I Wanna Be the One Your Titi is fucking and Dope Sick Love. Don't let me leave because my mask might fall off. You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. Shit, mate. Every time I come to this part of the case, I forget. I almost forget every time. You cowards truly think you're rock stars. Let me tell you something, mate. You're not. There's only 2 rock stars left in the world, mate. The Bottega Boys, of which I am one. The plantain sipping over in the sky. One day you will find me smoking weed on Tremont, incorrectly wearing my mask but still shaming you. You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. Mike Fred says I'm never gonna fail, a.k.a. back at it, trying to finesse his way onto the Lakers. It's Barmelo's Anthony for 3. Bang! You know what I'm saying? You'll love to see it. Yo, if you see me in Target higher than green boots, approach me like a motherfucking earth sign mammal dog. Keep 6 feet distance, or I might react erratically. You know what I'm saying? You might not like that. You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. Tom Petty and the Ball Breakers, because I'm free. Free balling. That's right, on the number 1 show late night. Every time you see me, I'm free balling, baby. You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. hey, kids, ho-ho, it's Benzo the Clown. Hire me for your kid's birthday party. I'll show up after it's over. I have my friend here. I'm observing his social distancing. I'm going to go in the van, and my man, Mr. Fun Fun, is going to take over for a little bit.
Hey, I can't, we're here to do the COVID test, so I'm gonna just, stick something in your nose. So, just close your eyes and just, open your mouth real quick and just, you know, just
Mr. Fun Fun,
don't use your gag reflexes.
That's not a swab. That's not a swab. That's not a swab.
You know what? I gotta go.
Mr. Fun Fun, you can't swab with that.
This isn't America anymore. This isn't America anymore. Fuck it.
Yeah, oh my God. AKA, I sold fake lead to your favorite SoundCloud rapper. Now he's high off water from the kiddie pool that I forgot to dump out in July. Oops. There's a lot of larvae in there, dog. I don't know if this is safe for consumption, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying? AKA, time to turn on your SAP, papi. O sea, tírame la pista, coño. Oye, que lo que guay llegó el hijo Titi FIFA, coño, más loco todo, bajando con la pámpara prendida. No me dé cotorra que el palo que tiene Tito, coño, te tumba el foco, mamá huevo. Váyase de ahí que conmigo tú no vas a sonar. Rulín, rulay, llegó el bad guy. Hoy me desacato, voy a gastar par de pesos. La envidia no me alcanza, siempre ando en alta, yo no ando en eso. You know what I'm saying? A.K.A. shout out Showtime. La casa. Shout out Cash App, el que provee todo esta vaina. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Hassan Hussein, el que pone la fucking nota. Shout out This is Bueno, la nota jamaiquina. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Víctor Marte, el papi de la Lady, 24 quilates. Shout out nenes de la bodega, dale, la planta, la insuperable, la intocable. You know what I'm saying? Vicky, la más loca, todo. Shout out mi presidente Pío. Ey, yo vi lo que tú pusiste en Instagram, loco. Tumba esa vaina, que te voy a dar papao. You know what I'm saying? Llegó a mi hermano Friki, 12 años, por ese boca floja, yo no hago coro con palomo. Que descanse paz, mi hermanito Sexor. You know what I'm saying? Y quédate en la casa, lávate tu mano. Y también chequea Vampires vs. The Bronx en Netflix. Tú sabes, entrenando ahí en la pantalla, bajando duro, you know what I'm saying? Con el flow. Chequea, dale un chequea. Estamos internacional, mi gente. Ya tú sabes que lo que es. You know what I'm saying? Episode 220 to 20. Shout out the original House of Vibes, 220 West 18th Street, Red Bull Studio, you know.
Shout out Red Bull.
We love you. You know what I'm saying? You know the vibes, papi. 220. That's it. Make it. Yeah.
You know the fucking vibes. Episode 220. Another one in the books. Yo, we see you next week.
Holla at your motherfucking
We'll see.
boys.
Trump lives. Yo, shout out to Trump. Hopefully you don't die. Or if you do, what we called it. Take care, nigga. Later.
-500. Peace.
Peace.